Our model today is Colleen. She has about 2 inches of regrowth. Her natural level in the back is about a level 6, while her natural level in the front is about a level 7 with less than 25% gray. She has been previously colored with a level 5 and has some highlight and balayage on her ends. Today we will be using Celestin 7-stroke 01 with 6-stroke 0 and 20 volume. Hi, I'm Shannon here in Tucson, Arizona, and today we're going to demonstrate a herringbone highlight for you. We're going to combine baby lights in a herringbone fashion along with some balayage in between. So we're going to follow this pattern, following in the herringbone fashion or chevron fashion, and we're going to go ahead and carry that pattern down through the sides and the nape area. Before we begin application, let's go ahead and take a look at our setup and how it should look on your tray. As you can see here, we've got foils as well as the products we are using today, which is Magma with 20 volume, stroke 1.7, Magma stroke 8.9 with 40 volume, which these are both clay-based, meaning we can apply these in a balayage fashion or highlight fashion, as well as duckbill clips to keep our hair neat and tidy while sectioning. Being that our model today, Colleen, has a bob, this is going to be considered some advanced balayage, meaning we're going visual even though we're going in a diagonal fashion. We're always thinking about how the hair is laying with the highlight. We're going to begin with some baby lights right in the front. We want to keep a nice diagonal slice in relation to the hairline, and we're going to do a very fine weave. This way it ensures we don't have any lines or any demarcation when we remove the foils later. I keep a nice grip on the foil.
That's really good. So let's try a little bit of it.
I like to do a single fold. Some prefer the double. I prefer the single simply because when I want to remove the foil later, it slides out of the hair much easier.
It was way darker and not as red. It was weird. We had the perfect color. And it was beautiful. I had been using that color for
around the face. I'm going to do some closer subsections because naturally we do want brightness around the face.
We have to do one more little camping because I may make it a little
continuing with a nice soft weave.
We will do it. Don't worry.
With this technique, when we start combining the balayage, keep in mind we want to keep some thicker subsections so we have the opportunity and enough room to balayage in between.
Here, let me grab your mirror.
With the pre-lightened ends, I'm going to leave those out with the fold, making sure we don't over-process the pre-lightened ends.
It's only hair. I know, but you're going back. They hardly know what it was. Trying to figure out what it was doing. Test margin. Yeah, I think it's usually with the color. Yeah.
Now let's enter a larger subsection.
Okay.
Keeping diagonal Now obviously the head is not flat like the paper, so we're going to curve just gently to work around the curvature of the
Yeah, I
head.
do. Okay. Because when you fanned it out like that, you're looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it's definitely. It is draft.
Yeah.
But it's not.
We're just going to take a nice gentle scooping section,
Yeah. Right.
and with the stroke 8-9 and 40 volume, I used 40 instead of 20 because this is not in foils. We're going to lightly lay the product on the hair using the side of the brush versus the tips of the brush.
You know what, not a lot, really, because I'm not out in the sun. I mean, it's not, not swimming pool, and so it doesn't. Yeah, this time of year.
Now, in some cases of balayage, you can go ahead and apply foil or saran wrap, or you can use mesh strips to keep the product moist. Keeping it moist is going to ensure optimum lifting.
It helps a lot because that's what's,
In this case today, I'm going to do some open air balayage, which is why we're using 40 volume. And I'm going to let it lay as such. As we enter the back section of the head, we're going to make sure we're still keeping a diagonal. However, we're going to start straightening it out just a little bit to follow the natural fall of the head.
So you're gonna just be really careful so you don't grab this just.
We placed a foil here with some baby lights with stroke 1-7 and 20 volume.
oh, yeah.
You get like 20 mom points for being this patient.
Now that we reach this back section, which is right towards the middle of the head, I'm going to suggest ending that with a balayage or paint-in piece. So if the hair separates there, it looks very natural. This section, I'm going to be using a W painting instead of a V painting section for our balayage.
Yeah, you can sit up, sure. I know, you can sit there for a while. That's okay, now you see my
it definitely, if you see, it doesn't get all that on the bottom, and it's definitely there on the top, for sure. So.
Make sure you put enough product on the hair. You don't want the product to be too thin. It should be thick, much like a sour cream or a frosting.
Yeah, we're almost done.
We're going to repeat this same action and pattern onto the other side. Now that we've completed the underneath, I'd like to do a walk around so we see what this should be looking like. The foils are falling in a diagonal fashion. The balayage pieces are falling natural from the way the hair lays. Following the pattern, I've gone ahead and split the hair down the middle for sectioning purposes only. When we're finished, the hair can be moved to either side based on desired part. So starting with our baby lights, I'm going to follow the hairline.
You didn't find her, did you?
And a very soft, gentle weave
Yes.
to ensure we get nice and close to the hairline, but we don't have any form of demarcation line.
Put it up like the Andrews is on. Are you hot? Yeah?
To apply the product just below the baseline. Make sure we have a nice firm grip on the foil. And then glide the product down to meet the previously lightened hair without overlapping. I'm going to hold that end up that's been pre-lightened for the fold. While I gently score the top, we want to leave the bottom with a little room so it can oxidize properly. We've done a few of these with very small subsections in between. Now we're going to take a slightly larger subsection for our painting. So we've got enough room to do a nice scoop. I like to have a nice scoop or a V, or you can even go with a slant, depending on your desired result.
How you been?
Good. How about you?
We're going to lay the product using the side
So we're gonna
brush,
do what
and we're
our
going to
usual
work up
kind of,
towards the root,
things,
so
or
we
you
don't
can
have
want
anything
You know,
too
I was
heavy,
thinking about.
any bleeding, any dripping.
No, I think just thinking.
Oh, you do? Okay, well, we talked about it a little
I
bit.
know, but I
yeah.
just don't
You
want.
changed your mind?
Oh well, it looks really good on her, but I think I was like having like
Oh, that's right, yeah.
a total bad hair day
Okay.
because I was really tired and my hair was dried out.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've just been using like an oil on it, and it's really helped.
Okay.
But I
We get a
last
little
week,
heavier with the product towards the
man, I had to stay on the
ends.
West Coast for work and stuff, and it
To
was
ensure
getting all
nice,
run out. So
even
I went to
brightness.
somebody who was not that good, and I got a referral.
Okay.
Now that we've completed application, I wanted to have a full look around so you can see how everything should be laying and how the pattern, you can see how the pattern's falling correctly. So now we're gonna go ahead and put her under the roller ball for some gentle processing so the top can catch up with the bottom. So now we're gonna go ahead and wash, take the product out, and I wanted to demonstrate just how easy it is to slide the foils out when you're doing a single fold. If you go ahead and just take the corner, they easily slide right out versus foil that can get a little complicated if it's overly folded. There we go. Today we are toning on towel dried hair with alumina, 3 parts 10-stroke 9-3 and 1 part new platinum lily with 1.9% for 10 minutes under the roller ball. All right, so now we're looking at the finished product here. Super shiny, got that nice brightness we wanted to see, a little subtle dimension if you'll turn for me here. Perfect. Thank you, Miss Colleen.